Prophet Sulaiman and the feeding of all creatures. Prophet Sulaiman, Solomon, was a great king and prophet blessed by Allah with immense wisdom and the ability to communicate with animals and jinn. His kingdom was vast, and his power extended over humans, animals, birds, and even the wind. Despite his extraordinary abilities, he remained humble and always sought Allah's guidance. One day, Prophet Sulaiman prayed to Allah, asking for a deeper understanding of the needs of all living creatures under his rule. He wanted to witness firsthand the vastness of Allah's provision. In response to his sincere prayer, Allah granted him the opportunity to see how much food would be required to feed all the creatures in a single day. Prophet Sulaiman then announced to his kingdom that he would provide food for all creatures. He ordered his workers, both humans and jinn, to prepare an enormous feast. Massive cauldrons were filled with the finest foods. Rivers of milk and honey were prepared, and mountains of fruits and grains were gathered. The entire kingdom was filled with the aroma of delicious meals, and Prophet Sulaiman stood proudly, waiting to witness the great event. As soon as the food was ready, the first guest arrived. It was a giant sea creature. Some say it was a whale, who emerged from the ocean and approached the banquet. The creature respectfully greeted Prophet Sulaiman and asked, "O Prophet of Allah, is this food prepared for all creatures?" Prophet Sulaiman proudly replied, "Yes, indeed. This is for every living being." The sea creature then opened its mouth and began eating. In mere moments, it devoured all the food that had been prepared. Not a single grain was left. The entire kingdom was shocked to see how quickly the food disappeared. The sea creature then looked at Prophet Sulaiman and said, "O Prophet of Allah, I usually eat this much in a single meal, and Allah provides me with food 3 times a day." Prophet Sulaiman was humbled and immediately realized that human effort alone could never match Allah's infinite provision. He fell into prostration and thanked Allah for this great lesson. He acknowledged that no king, no matter how powerful, could sustain even a fraction of creation without Allah's continuous mercy and sustenance. From that day forward, Prophet Sulaiman became even more devoted to his Lord, recognizing that true power and provision belonged only to Allah. He continued ruling with wisdom and justice, always ensuring that he remained a humble servant of the Almighty. The story of Prophet Sulaiman's attempt to feed all creatures teaches us an important lesson. No matter how powerful we become, we must always acknowledge our dependence on Allah. He alone is the sustainer of all life, and it is through His mercy that every creature, great or small, receives its sustenance.